All right, we live, people. We are live. We're live. Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen, everybody? Okay, we're gonna ink some comics tonight. It is Wednesday night, and we're gonna do some inking. That's what we're gonna do. And in theory, it's gonna be wonderful. So I've got these 4 pages, which I started, which I really want to finish. And then I've got about another, I don't know, 7, 9 pages. I got all of these pages I've been doing. So I've got a lot to ink. And I want to do all these before I start doing Boaz, this other story. So I want to really just hunker the crud down and just ink the crud out of this. That's my goal here. So why don't I start that? So let's just finish these 4 pages first because they just need to be done. So let's do that. But before we even do that, since I'm literally just coming to the drawing board right this moment, let me just take a few minutes to do a little warm-up-age here. And I'm just going to warm up just for a minute, and you guys can just see what I'm going to do. It's nothing magical, fellas. It's just, we're gonna be using my whole arm here and my shoulder and stuff. So that's gonna get a little bit of stuff on here. Let's see. So I'm gonna be using a couple different items. I'm gonna be using my deleter, G-nib. I'm gonna be using this little guy. I don't know if this is 4 or something, 204, whatever this is. I'm gonna be using a Pentel Flex. I'll be using a roller writer, and I'll be using some Prettygraphs. So I'll be using a little bit of everything. So let's start with the Brushogi. So I'm going to I use the Prettygraph ink, and I pour it in a little dish. And really all I'm doing right now is I just want to just kind of get into it. So I'm going to do this for about a couple minutes. And you can follow along with me in your book. You'll know when it's time to turn the page when you hear the chimes ring, like this. Ring. This. And it takes watch off because I do not need a watch on right now. And so let's just get it going here. For some reason, I got really hot. I think it's just freaking lights. I don't need this comic book next to me. I don't need this. This is actually, I did some of this last night, just work on his faces and stuff. And so I kind of like that face there. Kind of like this, a couple of things. So I might use some of these for some pages. I wind up redrawing a couple things when I'm making. Redrawing it. So let's just get our brush going here. Load it up here. What's going on? Now if I do that, is my head's gonna get in the way? Yup. What about now? Yup. Take my glasses off. Dude, my hair is still in the way. I need to get down. So I need to move the camera. Let's just zoom in on this bad boy. Ah, dang it. It's like it happens every time. I don't have a studio that is like camera ready positioning. I need to like pull it every time. So this is using your wrist, right? But what you're supposed to use is your whole arm. It's going to go a little tighter. Those. What's really nice about this graffiti graphing is dark. So it's actually really cool because it is just so freaking dark. And like you can erase the crap out of it and it is not going nowhere. So that's kind of nice too. And this brush is a Da Vinci Maestro. It's actually pretty good. Honestly, I've been a Winsor Newton guy my whole life, these Series 7 Sables, these guys, but this is actually pretty darn good. Like, a blind taste test, I don't know if I could tell the difference. I think the Winsor Newtons are just known for being amazing, but to be honest, this is pretty darn good. So, a little tree here. Okay. So I'm just I don't know why I'm doing some trees. I'm doing some happy little trees. Again, I haven't started inking yet. I'm just kind of like playing around, just kind of getting loosened up, playing. I put my hand out like way out here to give it a little bit more like looseness and kind of variety of line. Okay. And then now let's switch it over to the one of these little guys. And again, I just wanted to kind of like get my brain and arm and everything back into kind of positioning to do its job. Problem with this guy is it does great little lines, but it'll scrape the paper scrapes, and that drives me crazy. I'm just practicing. Get to that as much as you can. Sorry, my big face. That drives me crazy. It's like. It's a freaking camera. Let me get it really close. there. Now, it cannot get too close. Now, the camera's so close, it won't mess me up. Sorry about that, everybody. Still learning. And then we can go like this, right? We can get a little bit of flex, but it's not really a flexy, not that flexy. What it's good for are these little lines. So, I can, stuff for this where I could just kind of like put these little lines in here for the bark. So when I need to do like little like lines, this is the one to do instead of using the brush. Actually, kind of like that. Okay, so I did a couple little trees, little happy trees, happy pine trees specifically. Okay, and then maybe what we'll do now is we'll go to my G pen, and this is like my workhorse. I use this for like just about everything. And I'm gonna actually clean it up a bit. And I'll show you how to do that. Let me get my okay. I just scrape it a little bit, and I just do a little scrapey scrape here, just to kind of, because it's got like the dried up ink and stuff. Scrape this up. So. There. There we go. And the reason why I do it is just because it allows you to use it a little longer. Okay. See, this one flexes a lot more, right? More bendy. It can do some thin lines, but not nearly as much as the other one. So, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Okay, I get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's got a fun little texture I can also do. Okay. Okay. I think we're good. I think we could start going, right? Just kind of wanted to play with it a little bit. Okay, let's see here. What do we got? Okay. I'm trying to figure out what I want, what tools I want to use on what here. I think I might just use the G pen on this. Yeah. Okay, let's try this. I'm just doing like a little bit of mud here on these guys. There we go. I wonder if I should light. See how the shadow is casting right here on my hand? And if you guys can't see very good, I wonder if I should put my light on the other side. Will that make it better? Problem is, there's no way to do that. There's no way to really put it on that side. So never mind. The problem with going that smaller one too is that because this is getting shrunken down 66% to make it standard comic size. You got to be careful about using too small of a line because then it won't read. Hey, what's up? Come here. Hang on. Oh, my glasses on. Let me see who said that. Hi. Hey, Sleepy Reader 666. How's it going, dude? Let me type hi to you. Let me see here. Let me go over here and say, hey. There. How about you just talk and then I will talk instead of typing because my keyboard's way over yonder, so it's easier for me not to. Maybe I'll just keep my glasses on. Actually, yeah, I should just use my glasses because these glasses are pretty good, my new ones. Okay. I hope you're doing good, man. This is it's about 9 o'clock here in Cali. Don't know where you're at, but might be later where you are. And I think I'm gonna use that little, and I'm just gonna on with that other guy. So we'll do that there. We'll do this guy too now. I'm in Pac Northwest. Oh, you are Pacific Northwest. Where are you at? So intense fun on faces. Yeah, it's mud. So I'll tell you the story. So right now on this page, there's these two kids they're like younger. They're like 7 and 8, and they're kind of like trying to befriend the older teenagers. And in this scene, these teenagers have these like ATVs, and they just like are total asses, and they just spray mud on the kids' faces and just being total jerks, which happens a lot with kids. I love Portland. I have a daughter who lives up in Eugene, so I go to Portland a lot, just to the airport. And dude, Portland's awesome. I love that city. And if you're into comics, my gosh, that's like the new mecca. There's like more comics in Portland than there is in San Diego. Like everybody's in Portland now. I feel like, I don't know, 20 years ago or so, everyone just moved up there. So there's a great art scene, great music scene, and some fun comic shops and creators. You should go to the UVO. No, she doesn't. She doesn't go to the UVO. She's working right now, but that was an option. Is that the Badgers? Are the UVO the Badgers, or is that somebody else? I can't remember who the Badgers are, or the Beavers. Maybe it's not the Badgers. Maybe it's the Beavers. I don't remember. She was living in this little town next to Eugene called Bonita, and that's where she went to high school in Bonita. But, yeah, Eugene's beautiful. All that place is really pretty. Love that. Love that part of the world, part of the city. It's a pretty place. U of O are the Ducks. Oh, USU are the Beavers. Okay, I know there's like a big rivalry between Beavers and the Ducks. Yeah. So yeah, I think some of her friends were like Beavers or something like that. Yeah. You grew up there or something, probably. Sounds like you know your way around. That's Yeah, Portland's great, man. Portland. Big fan. Nice. I've never been in, I've only been in the winter like a couple times. I'm usually there like in the spring or the summer. When it gets cold as butt. And of course it's rainy and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, there are tons of comics people here. Oh yeah. A lot of comic shops, Constitution. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, some great shops. We went, we do Rose City. I've been to Rose City Comic Con. I don't know if you've ever been to that. It's a great little comic convention. And we played like a bunch of like role playing games. Me and my brother were into role playing games, and so we played tons of like D&D and stuff, and saw some game shops and things. So it's got a nice little like nerdy geeky community for that kind of stuff, which is cool. I dig a lot. So I think I'm going to keep using this G pen because I'm really kind of liking it so far. So we'll keep going. I think I might actually move my light to have my light come from this side instead of the side, because my light here, I wear that my hand is like casting the big shadow on the image, but for the video, so I'm gonna change my light source for the next time I do this, just so you can see a little bit more. I'm worried about my Rose City Con is pretty darn good. Yeah, dude. I think Rose City is actually like the perfect size because it's as an exhibitor, you're not like drowned out by like so many different like big publishers. But there's enough like fans that come to you can make a few bucks, and I like the location, and I like downtown and all that stuff. So yeah, I think it's a good convention. Most days I like to go again. It's just kind of far for me because I'm down here by LA now, so it's kind of far. But when I have the gumption, it's a good show. It's a good show. Yeah, there's a girl here. Oh yeah, dude, great artist alley, good stuff. I saw tons of people. I saw Alex Maleev there. Of course, Allred and Bendez live there, and I think Jim Food lives there or did live there. There's just tons of like people, so it's kind of fun to like see artists, meet them, chat, get stuff. All about that. Thanks for hanging out with me. What's some of your favorite comics? Do you have like some stuff that I have been reading? Well, for the channel, I've been rereading In Call and a couple other things just to kind of like, I'm doing some Prince Valiant videos soon too, so I've been doing some Prince Valiant, but modern stuff, I am like so out of it. I have no idea what's going on in the universe. I just heard that DC let go some people, but I have no idea what's going on in the industry. I have a fantasy of a small comic. Yes, dude. I have a fantasy about a convention that is just comics. How about them apples? No tchotchke, junk. No just posters. See, I'm a little hardcore. I want like art and comics. I don't want movies. I don't want uh, other game. I love video games, but I don't want video games. I want a comic book show that is for comic book artists, comic book people who make comic books. That would be my like dream. That I don't know if that'll ever happen, but yeah, dude, that's like my The trick is that, you know, people like cosplay and people like TV shows and stuff like that. So it's hard for people to like, you know, do that. No, I'm a stickler. Oh yeah, Ice Cream Man. Okay, I gotta write that down. Write this down here. Uh, Ice Cream Man. Sounds like a serial killer type of thing. Uh, I'll have to look it up. Ice Cream Man. It's on my list here now. I have a list, a digital list of like all the stuff I need to get, and it's like crazy. Yeah, check out my video on InCall. I just launched it, I think last week, and I think part 2 comes out Saturday. I think when I scheduled it. So definitely, we go all into that, and I think it's. I mean, that's just a great story. The trick about InCall is, and even when I was doing the video, I feel like I have to like research a bunch of philosophy and listen to other people give me their take on it, because he puts so much, spiritual, metaphysical stuff into it that it's really hard to like. It's really hard to digest and catch all his references. Like he's using a lot of tarot, like the John DeFool characters, like the fool in the tarot, and so there's like a lot of stuff going on that he uses that it's got a lot of philosophy. It's a lot of ideas are in that book. It's not just some like it is kind of a whimsy sci-fi romp, but there's also a lot of other stuff. Ice Cream is a horror comic. Each issue stands alone, and they are really. Really, it's a horror. I'm gonna write that down. Horror. Okay, I'll check it out. I like that it's a one and done issues. I really like that because I'm all about like comics that are about simple one story, 24 pages, you're done. I love those. Okay, here's the problem. This is wet, so I'm gonna actually switch over because I'm gonna smudge the crap out of this. So I should have. What you should do is always start at the top. I didn't start at the top. I started at the bottom. So let me switch over to another page. This page is done. Let's do this page. Let's do this page a little bit. So I'm gonna flip over here to this page. And let me just see what we got going on here. I just really just need to do some corrections and stuff and some of this. Sorry, it's all kind of crooked for you guys a little bit. Okay, we got some trees here that need some fixes. Mobius. Oh, yeah, one and done is rare. Is Mobius my ideal artist? Oh man, you know what? I think he is one of my favorites. He, if you look at the stuff he did with, Blueberry, right? And if you look at Blueberry, and then you look at like InCall and some of the like Adina and things like that, you realize the different style he's using. He's very versatile. He actually can do things a lot of different ways. I mean, great sense of anatomy, imagination, camera and composition, color. I mean, he really was able to do it all, and he's very prolific. He did a lot of work, So he wasn't a guy like, just did a couple of books, like Steranko did a ton. And so he could draw a million different ways. He did tons of work. Yeah, he's one of my top guys for sure. I also really love Bill Sienkiewicz, and I like Kyle Baker, and I like, some of the other guys like Chris Ware, people like that who are just like beyond my comprehension on how I couldn't even like begin to try to emulate those guys. But yeah, Mobius, I mean, there's a reason why people just love him. He's one of the best. Okay, I think that panel's pretty much done. I don't need to fart with it anymore. You know, I should do that. I should erase. Let me get my eraser. That's what I need to do. Is I need to erase this and see where I'm at because I've got pencil marking on this. So I just erase this here. I think I got some. Yeah, I need to do some eyelashes and deal with that. Oh my gosh! I just dropped my speaker. Yeah, Chris Ware is beyond human. That's exactly the right phrase. He is. Yeah, he's just crazy. It's so good though. It's just so good. Okay, I see some stuff here I need to do as well. Let me just erase a little more of this just to see what that. Yeah, Chris Ware, he's so detailed, and I got a chance 2 years ago at Comic-Con to meet him, to get my book signed, which I was stoked about, and see some of his originals. And his originals are massive. They're large. They're probably, well, they're not massive, but they're, instead of the 11 by 17s, they're probably 13 by 19. And you would not believe the lines that it's just freaking crazy. Man. I love that stuff. I'm just so impressed with his ability to just be emotional and share such personal stories too. He's great. Okay, I'll be right 1 second. Right back. 1 moment. Okay, I'm back. Real quickly. Okay. So why don't we? Let me just finish this up real quick. And actually, I think I need to fix this because some of this drapery doesn't quite make sense. So let me do this here. I just gotta see if I can read it. What I might do is I might just use my pen. I'm just kind of making this up a little bit. I did do some reference on this, but then I'm just kind of like making a little bit of this up here. Okay, let's figure out this. what we gotta do here. This is like a little bit cockeyed. I'm gonna put that over there. How much would you say you improvise in the inking stage? Well, a decent amount actually. It depends. Like, okay, so here I'll show you. I mean, I probably improvise not that much. Like, let me find. Okay, so this one I did like yesterday. This is pretty. For me, this is pretty tight. This is like, you know, I'll just ink into this. So I'll just blue line this, and this is like pretty much. I have my expressions. I have what I need. You know, some of this though. So this is like pretty, but this is like a little loose. I'll have to like just go in here and do it. But some of this is looser than other. You know, fix a few things here in the faces and such. But I do wind up having to like go in and like, you know, do some more of the details. I'm just impatient sometimes, and so I don't want to wait and like have to like fully pencil it completely. Since I'm doing it myself, I'll just kind of like wing it. And now, honestly, with digital, it's so much easier to just like fix it. I'll just fix it in post. Like I'll just scan it at the end of this, and I'll just like, okay, I don't like that, and I'll just redo it. So there's elements of it that I can just fix if I F it up. So, and sometimes I do, right? It's like we screw things up, and so that's just the way the game is. So I try to like. I try not to, but you wind up screwing things up. So, you know, every now and then I do that. But yeah, I would say, you know, a good 20, 30%, I'm kind of just winging the inking a little bit. You know, some guys really like to plan it all the way out, and some guys don't plan it out at all. They just like to let it flow. And I just don't have that much confidence to do that. I like it. I like to kind of like see what I'm doing a bit. I do think I need to put his shirt down a bit. So that's why that pencil one was there. I just erased it. So let me put that in and make it do some white out to kind of clean that up. But it's just, I kind of feel like it needs to be tucked down a little bit. Actually, I might even have to ink it. No, you fix it. I can just move this black inside. It's a little bit, yeah, I think that looks a little better. And that same thing for him, that shirt doesn't quite work. Because it's like way too tight. And then I might just, yeah, I think I might use a brush. That's a little bit. A little bit better. Poquito más. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I could do more of the shading and kind of in the color stage. So I don't want to do too much more of this. I'll have to clean that up a bit. Some white out. So we'll do that. Make that fold look a little bit better. Okay. Then let us figure out here. Let's see this eyes, for example, really need to fix. So we'll have to redo these eyes digitally. Trying the ATV seems like it would be hard. Yeah, it actually was pretty fun. These ATVs were I lived in Little Rock, Arkansas when I was in the 80s, and we had these. And so I went on Google Images and I just typed in. I found the type it was, which is a 1980 Honda ATC 185. And I found on eBay, or not on eBay, excuse me, on Google Images, I found some, and on eBay, people were selling them. And I grabbed some pictures and I kind of looked at them and tried to figure it out. But they are tricky and they're not that great, but I think it works. Kind of cool. They're not as great as they could be, but they're kind of fun. I'm starting to like vehicles. I'm not good at it all, but it's kind of fun. Okay. So I'm gonna do this little. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. It's very nice of you to say. I was about to do the bottom. Don't do the bottom from the top. So let's finish this here. This is a little tricky. Trick is like sometimes it's okay to just be scratchy and kind of like we're showing a lot of movement here, so I'm not too worried about. What we got here? Oh, this is Andy. So this is accurate. I had to remember the hair. It's like one of those curly hair in romance. Sweet. You might have to use a brush for that. I'm gonna use a brush. I just think it'll work better. And then here. Let's see here. A little bit confused what I'm doing here. Figure this little gas tank out. Its positioning is a little bit goofball, but I'm gonna try to like make it work. Let's see here. How does handle work? Okay. I think I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to erase some of this, erase the pencils so I can see where I'm at with the line work. Okay. That works for now. Okay, let me go to the bottom. We'll erase that. Actually, let me do delete. See, here's where I'm just kind of improvising because you can tell I did not draw feet here. I'm just gonna just kind of wing it a little bit. Let me fix that. This is kind of fun. This will be a little shot here. Let's see here. This would be things. Put a little bit of I should have done that. Every now and then I'm like, I shouldn't have done that whole line. Okay. Here. Again, because these are so small, these guys are small, and then when we shrink this page down, you don't want to put too much detail because it will mess you up and you won't be able to, it won't read. So you got to just put just the basic lines that are needed for it to read what it is. Which sounds like, oh, that makes it easy, but sometimes it's hard to figure out what those lines are. How to make them right. There's like three different levels of detail drawing. There's like a full page, they detail a full body or a face. There's like the mid level, which is like this, and there's like tiny. And some artists you'll see are really good at like drawing, like Mobius. Going back to Mobius was like perfect at drawing little figures. His backgrounds would be these huge crowd shots, and you would say like, "Wow, dude, look at all those crowds," and it's just like just enough info to like show you what it is, and you figure it out. It's kind of fun. I'm tempted to like put some speed lines, but I might do that digitally. Okay, I'm writing that down on ink. I don't care because I'm going to digital scan this, and so digitally I can just erase it. I mean, I should probably do it in blue, but it's okay. Okay, and then let's finish up with the trees. Let's do that. And then this one actually might be pretty cool to bring that. Thanks for spending some time watching the video. Keep getting with me. Is it cold up in Portland? It's like starting to get chillier in California. Got my daughter actually flying in this weekend to come hang out with us for Thanksgiving. I don't know what the pandemic is like up there. It's starting to get a little wild here. Just like people are getting wild. Shit's getting real. It's getting real. might be off base, but it seems like the occasional detailed background combined with just lots of backgrounds gives illusion and more detail. It's more wet than cold. Yeah, is it raining a lot? Oh yeah. Yeah, I could see that what you're saying about the detail thing. Yeah, I think sometimes when you just put enough in there, like it'll be like, wow, look at all the things you put in there. It's really just you just put some lines in there. So it's all like optical illusions, right? Yeah, it gets wet up there, I'm sure. Right now, even I know that like again where my daughter is people are getting a little. Well, Portland had all that like craziness going on with like the protesting and the like the little like what was it called, Jazztown or something like that. Yeah, I bet you're going down big time, dude. I bet it gets people just get freaking passionate. It's like what are you gonna do? People get passionate. No, I mean, we're gonna try to be safe. We're really super careful here in our home. We don't freaking play around. I don't know what my ex-wife is like, so I'm hoping my daughter is gonna be okay. I don't know. We'll find out. I mean, she's an adult, but she's also living with her mom, so I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know if I want more trees. I might put some more trees. I should probably put a few more trees. I think I'm gonna do brush though. Let me do some more brush. Let's break out the brush. I'm using this Da Vinci brush. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, let's see. Make sure. See that. Let's try something. Yeah, I like that there. Maybe what I'll do now is use my little, actually, I think I know what to do. I'll use my little hunt on this. Is your comic you're trying to set? So, oh yeah, good question, man. Yeah, this actually is all set in Little Rock, Arkansas. So this is called Shangri-La Estates. It's quasi autobiographical. There's a little bit of my story. It's in Little Rock, Arkansas in the '80s, and so it's about a boy and his mom trying to pick up the pieces from all that mess. And so yeah, it's in the woods. So this is not California. This is Arkansas, and it's that kind of like blankets type of story, or a story about a kid, like a coming of age type of a deal. So that's what I've been. That's what this is right now. I've got a couple others I'm working on too, but this is the big one. This is the one that I've been spending a lot of time on, just trying to like get this worked out. Um, so okay, I think this is. Oh, I gotta erase this. I gotta erase this. I'm gonna erase this. Let's see how that looks. I think we do have to fix a few things here. Make sure it's not too wet. Yeah, I don't have any stories about SoCal or anything. It's been done. Yeah, I mean, I like it here a lot, but yeah, this is more about Arkansas. The other stories I'm doing are more science fiction, alien worlds, that kind of fun stuff. So I think after this will be the last like reality, real world kind of stuff. I'm just, everything else would be more fun and not like personal type stories. Okay. I'm gonna mess this up. Let me make sure I didn't. Yeah, everything's dry. Okay. Be careful. You start erasing stuff when it's wet, and you will jack it up, which I do all the time. Dude, yeah, let me tell you, you don't hear much about the South. There's a couple stories like Essex County, uh, Sussex County, something like that. But yeah, you don't hear too much about the South. And Arkansas, despite some of its kind of social, we would say like backwards or not progressive at all kind of ways, there's such good people there. There's some really good people there. There's some backwards thinking, especially in the 80s. But there's good people there, and it's very different. It's a different world. I actually went back to do some research just in February before the pandemic. And man, I learned a lot and just saw a lot of crazy people and fun stuff that we don't hear a lot about. Everything's about big cities and metropolitan areas and things like that. But I find that the rural areas are really kind of fun and really interesting. That's my take. Uh, so I'm make this a little darker. I feel like a lot of these lines are just kind of BS lines. I might even just have to redo some of this and digitally. Just don't know what the hell's going on with this. Yeah, it should be good. I hope it's a good take. I think people who live there won't be offended by it. I think I'm pretty faithful to like the spirit of the place and everything. And yeah, I mean, a kid. I was the only kid with the last name of Salazar. In that freaking place. It's like there's no Latinos there. And that's okay. But so it's different. It's like a different kind of mindset. In the '80s, also just people had different ideas about race and stuff. So I'm gonna try to cover some of that in there. It's not that racial. The story's not, but I think those are some elements that need to be kind of explored, perhaps to some degree. So let's see. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I hope publishers like it. I hope it's like worthy of publishing. Nowadays, though, everybody's so freaking. It's all about freaking making a damn movie or TV show. I'm kind of bummed tonight. It's just like it's like, oh, can we make a movie out of this TV show? Oh well, then I don't really want it. It's like that's all the publishers care about is like, can we option this into something? And that just sucks. 'Cause it's like, oh, okay. Okay, you notice I'm just spotting blacks like a beast. I don't know why. I'm just like, screw this. So we're just gonna put blacks on this sucker. Kind of want to put actually. Sounds even better. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Everyone says the South is about like hillbillies and stuff like that. I mean, come on. That's not the whole story. So you gotta make people real. I think that's the whole. That's kind of fun. Okay, I think that works. Kinda. I think that Okay, so I got this business one's this one. Okay, I wonder if I should put a little bit of texture. Let's see. Mm, yeah, I don't know if it's really gonna work or not. Kind of want a little bit of like texture there. I'm not sure if I want all that. It's not good. There's a new Muse movie? Did I not know that? Good, I did not know that. That was in- There we go. It feels a little bit more like the real thing. Okay, we're done. Well, hang on, I gotta do it a little bit more white. Okay, we're not done. Let's see here. Brush. Okay, I'm just gonna clean up a thing. You can see that. Just doing a little bit of like. Okay. Oh yeah, I wanted to fix these little like this. I'm gonna have to fix that. Fix it in post, baby. Okay. There was something else I wanted to fix. Shoot. Super complex. Darn it. Click right there. I'm not gonna like this like this. Here. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we gotta fix those eyes. Those eyes are not right, but we'll do that later. Okay, that's it. It's good enough for now. I think it works. Kind of. Okay, it's good enough. Got to move on. There's a trick to making comics, and that is you got to freaking move on. You cannot just. You got to give yourself a time that says, okay, we're out. And so, like this water that's too dirty. I'm gonna clean my water, and we're gonna jump to another page. We're gonna jump to this page here. There's that one. Okay. Got some clean water. Welcome somebody who just joined us. And yeah. Okay. Let's figure out what we're gonna do. Okay, so this is, I'm on page, I penciled page 90. This is probably gonna go, I mean, realistically, probably around 250. I'd like for it to go to about, 300 or so pages, but honestly, it's a lot of work, and I don't know if it's gonna sell. Autobiographical comics do sell, but they're tricky, and not everybody wants them, and they're not always something that is translatable. So I have to think about that. And it's like I want to do it, but I also have to realize that if no one wants it, then I got to do something that's somewhat commercial, or at least something that I can find some value in. So there's a point where you have to say, okay, this is just you're just goofing off for your own sake, and so I think probably between 200 and 300 pages. Blankets is almost 600 pages. So that's like, that's like, I just, I don't know if I can do that. 600 is like another freaking ball game. So yeah, I think it definitely 200 pages, but probably close to three. I think after that, I have told the story of these characters. I think there's nothing really else that needs to be said about them or the trailer park or what's going on. That's my current feeling. I do reserve the right to change my mind, which may or may not happen. So right now, this is like you were talking about winging it. This is me winging it slightly. Some of this down. I don't have all the gears and such. That is a lot of work. No, it is. I mean, 90 pages. It's taken me over a year to do that. So, we're talking another year and a half to finish it. So, a part of me is just, thinking like, dude, you're just, it's called, the term is vanity press, which just means, you know, uh, doing something for your own vanity's sake and not really because the publisher wants it or anybody thinks there's any, value in it or commercial potential to it. So I don't necessarily want that, right? I would like to make a few bones off it. That's kind of the goal. And the reason why I want to make bones, I want people to read it, right? So, and I've self-published. I've been self-publishing for a long time, so I know that game, and I'm kind of like, all right. Okay, let me erase. Oh, can you send the first batch of pages published? Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's definitely a path. So, and honestly, you will need, I've sent pitches to publishers and people like that, or agents. Literary agents are now looking at comics. You only need to send like 10 pages. I've got almost 100, so I could do that today, tomorrow. But the reason I'm not doing that, Sleepy Reader 666. I like using your name. It's like, Sleepy Reader. The reason I'm not doing that right now is because I might ultimately do this. Might have to do this myself, and I don't know because here's the thing: if they say they love it, the first thing they're going to say is, "Okay, give me the whole thing," and I don't have it ready. And they don't. It's not like before. They don't give you advances or anything like that. You just have to, have it. So I kind of want to have it almost all finished, or at least more. There's also some things in the first pages I want to redo. So I actually want to go back to those first pages and kind of like redraw some of those elements and just make them a little pop out a little bit better. So, but yes, you do not have to finish the whole thing before a publisher will look at it. For sure. And so, I mean, I will probably pitch this around before I'm completely finished, but I don't know when. And this is a bit of a personal project, and so I'm a little nervous about it, to be honest. I'm a little bit kind of like worried that it'll bomb some way, or I'll just like won't get anything out of it. So I'm just honestly, I'm just trying to hunker down and just make a good story and do that. So I'm not even like really thinking about pitching it or that kind of stuff. I'm just right now focused on making it. and making it good, or at least as best as I can with my skill level. And then we'll do the next step later. You notice I switched over to this repeated graph, and that's because this ink is way darker, and the other ink is like not very dark. It kind of get on my nerves. And when you erase with that other ink, it just kind of gets really faint. So I just thought I would do this. Okay, so a little bit of that's okay. Okay, let's do the same. Let's kind of work on this guy. I suppose the book, and I suppose the book publishers are all looking for graphic novels. Oh, YA graphic. Well, okay, you make a very good point. That is something to think about, and this story here could be a YA. This is, I mean, I put that in my calculus for like the types of stories. So this is definitely a story that could be potential in like a library or something like that. But yeah, that's, I mean, I don't know if you've heard the idea, the adage of like, 13-year-old girls is what everybody wants. That's the demographic everybody wants is 13-year-old girls, because that's the one that will, that's the one that has the money. They'll buy the stuff. That'll, that's what they want. That's what studios want. That's what book people want. Is 13-year-old girls, and so. Yeah, YA is where it's at. When you start looking at stuff like Raina Tegmeier's or Noelle Stevenson's Nimona or Sisters and those kind of stories, that is like those books sell so freaking much because they're in libraries, they're in schools, and lumberjanes, all this kind of stuff. It's what publishers want. It's like it's money. I mean, that's money. So, as a comic book creator, and you want to be commercial, you have to think about that. It's like, okay, well, if that's the case, then I'm either going to have to, write for Marvel and DC and be known as that guy, or you're going to have to start writing some freaking stories for girls, for young adults. Everybody wants that in the next Twilight or the next Hunger Games or whatever. That's right. So they want some high concept story with, kid is the lead. Even I got this science fiction story I'm working on is about a kid, right? So it's all about kids, and that's just the way it is. It's just like I've given up all emotional feeling about that. So it's just like, what? It's what it is. But why it looks like what's that? I gotta finish these branches up here. That actually went kind of fun. So let's do the trees. It's kind of fun. We got another person that jumped in, so thanks for stopping in, dudes. All that jazz. Okay, let's figure this out. What do we want to do? We're going to do brush. We're going to use brush, and I'm going to use that little like pin. So let's do it. Let me straighten this out so you can see somewhat the way I'm doing. Okay, I need to fix that. Okay. Okay. This little okay. Okay, I'm just gonna do that. A couple more branches. That's good enough. I kind of want to go crazy though. No, I think we're okay. I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Let's go right there. There we go. Okay, so now we're gonna do the trees. So what I do is I use a little bit of brush, and then after that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like use my little Croquill Hunt guy, and I'm just gonna go cross contour to give it a little bit of that bark. So that's like the idea behind this. Do okay. Okay. And I'm going a little. So I'm just kind of giving a little bit of texture here to get the tree kind of the way I want it. And same thing here on these trees. This is kind of fun. I kind of like this. Little trees. Happy little trees. Some happy trees. Okay. It's good enough. Okay. Are we happy with that? That's pretty good. It's good enough. I mean, you gotta remember, this is not gonna be a black and white book. It's gonna be a colored book. So it's gonna look pretty cool once it's colored up. I think. That's the idea. I gotta fix this too. This whole thing, it's like, it's just all jacked up. I'm gonna use a brush and just clean this up. Like I don't know what the hell I'm doing there. Oh, we lost a couple people. That's okay. It's getting late for people, dude. I'm not gonna go to bed. Sit here watching me do some dumb comic. I don't even know what it is. Shangri-La States. You can read this, by the way, on my Patreon for $1. You can read the first 50 pages, I think it is. And I think it's cool. Maybe a little do you call it? Unbiased. Do you have any physical comics currently available? Yeah, dude. Okay. Since you asked, where's my printer? Hang on a second. I'll show you what I got available. Where's Prime Missouri? Dude. You kidding me? Someone asked me where my comics are, and I got like a million copies everywhere. Yeah, it's called Prime Missouri. And I don't have those on my person. Hang on. Where is it? Dude. Okay. 1 second. I have to use a restroom. Let me go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. 1 moment. I'm going to go to the bathroom. And then I'll find that book. And I'll find a Prime Missouri copy and show you. I mean, I have like a bunch of them. Okay, 1 second. Let me dude, I got a bunch of them. Ugh. Where are they all? Damn it. So the first thing I'll show you this. This is the role-playing game book that I made. So this is the role-playing game book based on the comic series, which is a Western horror comic. So it's like Western horror, Jonah Hex type of thing. You know, that kind of deal. Damn it. See what you're making me do? I gotta go find my books. They're like back here somewhere. I will find them. Here we go. Okay, I got it. Asking you shall receive. Knocking it shall be open unto you. Thanks, dude. Thanks, dude. So this is a role-playing game. Here is the Goblin comic. I'll show you. We're gonna do a quick show and tell since you want to know. Okay. So check this out. Let me bump up the camera just a little bit. Okay. So this is Prime Missouri. This is 300 pages. This is 3 graphic novels, and this is the omnibus. So this is like the whole complete story of the 3 volumes. Each volume is about, oh man, I'm getting all up to you. Each one was about 100 pages. And so it is a Western horror story. And here it is. And so it's all painted like I do most of my stuff, watercolor. And it's about this little boom town called Pariah in Missouri in the 1850s, before the Civil War. So this is considered antebellum America, and it's basically about this town that's kind of this nexus for supernatural evils and creatures that come to it, demons or spirits or what have you. And there's also this like syndicate of criminals that are like trying to run drugs and such and through the town. And so there's a character called Hiram Buchanan who's like an undercover, like a Pinkerton back before the Pinkertons. And he is kind of he kind of makes this little ragtag team of group of heroes, kind of like a League of Extraordinary Gentlemen or like a X-Files type of thing, where they work together to solve these like mysteries and such. And and it turned out really nice. I really like the book. I'm proud of it. I sell these, at comic shows, and it was a Kickstarter, and it comes comic shops. And so this is done. I finished it about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and so now I'm working on this next story. But this is my Western, and I spent like 5 years working on this freaking book, and I love it. It means a lot to me, and it's done. So I've got like a bunch of copies, and I sell them, and it turned out really nice. So there's Pariah, Missouri. There's my little pitch. Those of you who want it, reach out to me. I can mail you a copy. So normally they're $35 at shops, but I'm selling them for $25, and that's free shipping. I just ship them out for $25. So that's what I'm doing now, and I sign and all that. So if you're interested, check it out. Or the Patreon, you might be able to get some. I think I have some of these pages on Patreon as well. So that's the book. I mean, the role playing game is all part of that world. So that's the big book I did. I've done a couple little smaller little stories, but the big book was that. And then of course, and then some children's books too. I did a couple of children's books, like this little Adventure Bears called the Adventure Bear Squad, which is kind of a cute little like Care Bears, but more for like boys kind of thing, where there's different little fun, cute bears doing adventures and stuff. Is your email somewhere to order a copy? Oh yeah. It is on my, I think on the description of this, it's there. But why don't I just put it here? I don't think anybody sees my email, or it's gonna cause problems. But I'm just my name. Watch, I'm gonna get like tons of spam now because there's some bot that's gonna go through this. I'll put Gmail and I'll put @com maybe, or actually, you know what, gmail.com. But yeah. I don't know if that stops anything, but you know my gmail.com. You know what I mean? gmail.com. It's gmail.com. But yeah, so that's it. Yeah, dude, you can totally get a book and I'll sign it and all that stuff. That'd be cool. I'm all about sharing the love. Appreciate you spending a little bit of time here with us tonight. Watching me do my crazy thing here. Okay, where was I? Oh, I'm going to use Rapidograph with these. I think that it'll just work a little better. What's nice about Rapidograph, going back to like the creation of these little stories, it's a line. It's like a perfect even line. There's no variation. So it's probably stuff like Mobius used a lot of this for his stuff, and it's kind of cool. You get no variation. So it's got kind of a cool look to it. And I think I'm going to use it for some of this stuff. And because I have that nice ink in it, it's like it's because it's got this nice line, this nice weight to it. It's kind of cool. So I'm going to do that for this, for the smaller stuff. I know I kind of switch back and forth between using the Repeatograph and using the Croquill nib, and honestly, I should just always just use this, just as a little cleaner. And I don't know why I don't. I'm just kind of like decide to change it up a bit sometimes. There you go. I have to go. Hey, thanks, man. Hey, I really appreciate you chatting with me. Thanks for you were here for almost 2 hours, dude. So have a good night. Be dry up there. Enjoy Portland. It's a great place. I hope to maybe meet you one day if I get up to Rose City. Thanks, buddy. Good night. Very nice to kick it with me. That's what I love about comics, man. Comics are cool, man. You can just like talk about fun stories and everything. That actually looks pretty cool. Okay. I'll do the same thing here. Just try to. Okay, so Sleepy Reader 666, which great guy, I like him a lot. He's a sleepy reader, so he's got to go take a nap maybe. But I see there's 3 other people here. Anybody else daring enough to like text me something so we can chat? If not, I'm listening to music, and I would share it with you, but unfortunately, YouTube would not like me to do that because I don't have the rights to share it. So I'm just gonna listen. I'm trying to draw. These are like supposed to be like tracks in the mud. I don't know if it's really reading right like that. But yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think that works a little bit. Should I? I have to say I do enjoy this, even if no one freaking reads this stupid story. I do enjoy it. So maybe at the end of the day, you got something that like you like doing. There's just this element of like, you wanting to do it professional and wanting to like, be a freaking, get paid for this. And that's a, Talking to myself here. I'm not sure how I'm going to do these trees because the perspective is a little funky. Doing little trees. Just making pretty trees. Making pretty trees. These are kind of more like aspen. Kind of not aspen. Ash. No. Kind of want a snack. Damn it. I'm gonna go get a snackage. Be right back. Right back. Gotta get a quick snackaroo. Probably should have, but get it. Okay, I'm back. Okay. We're gonna stick with having snacks. So everyone got snacks. Do it. Oh, got another person joined. What's up, everybody? I'm all like, this is like some kind of a thing. It's like 4 people. Like 4 billion trillion people in the world. There's like 4 of us here. I'm like, yeah, man. Go for the party. Sorry. My chip is a little loud. Okay. Back to work, people. We're doing this. So for those 4 of you who are still here, I need to erase that because I wanted this to be open. And you know what? I'm going to do it right now because I'm going to forget, and then I'm going to be bummed out. The chip scared somebody away because someone just left. And you know what? It's my fault. I was being freaking rude. And they're like, look, man, I don't want your freaking chip sound in my speaker. So, my bad on that. My bad. Okay. Maybe people are going to bed. It's like late for us. It's Californians. What is this? Is this my nice brush? I don't know. This thing just like Okay. Okay, there we go. Oh, someone else just came. Someone else just showed up. What's up, man? We're making comic books. Making comics. We're making comics. Okay, let me. Sorry, I'm also eating chips, so I'm sorry about this. If I could mute myself, I would. Sorry. Sorry. I also need to change my battery here. Let me fix this here. Hang on one second. Just like busted. Can you hear me? Yeah, sorry. You know what? Sometimes Salzar, I'm doing the best I can, but clearly it's not that great. Okay, we're back. Sorry. Let's put some brush on this. Well, no, we're gonna do this first. Okay, I really want to finish this freaking page. It's actually, these are kind of complicated, to be honest. There's just a lot going on these pages. So let's just eat this one. How are we doing this? Yeah, this is garbage. Like that is garbage right there. It's okay. Let me put that on that. There we go. Okay. So we did that. Now we're going to do a little bit more. Just doing trees. Happy little trees. How's Black Friday starting tomorrow? It's not even like Black Friday's Friday. It's the Friday before Thanksgiving, not a Friday like 2 weeks from now. Friday. What the frick? Come on, man, you're killing me. Come on, Black Friday. Is it amazing? Maybe it's just stores just want to freaking sell stuff and just like, hey, man, we'll do it a week early if you'll buy stuff. Maybe that's what it's all about. Which makes sense, I guess. I'm just like talking about Black Friday here at One American Comics because I'm sure everyone cares about that, but I think. Let me get rid of this. This is getting on my nerves. I'm gonna go here a little better. Okay, who else is here? There's 4 other people here, so y'all better like say something to me, or you gotta leave. I will not allow you to stay here. If you don't type right now, I'm kicking you out. No, I can't kick you out if I want to. I wouldn't do it anyway. I don't want to. I don't want to. What do you call it? Like discriminate against those of my fans and people who just want to like lurk. I'm cool with lurkers. I got no problem with lurkers. Lurk all you want, brother. No, keep lurking. Don't. Now, I defy you. Do not. Don't you dare say anything. I'm like doing reverse psychology, like with my kids. Like, don't type anything. Don't talk to me. Suddenly everyone's like, hey, man, what's up? Is this working? I think it works. It's kind of tricky. I think it's working. Tell me your favorite comic book. Ultimate top 5 comics of all time. Or tell me the comic you think is like totally overrated. Like this comic is like not good. See, I would like to do a video like that. The problem is I don't have any like overrated books still because if I don't like it, I get rid of it. I don't have like stuff that I don't like anymore. I junk it. So I can't like I can talk about it, but I wouldn't be able to show the book. I'm just like, yeah, I'm not feeling that one, you know. Darn it. The problem with this. Darn it. I messed up. I messed up on this. Can you hear me? Yeah, no, it's good. I was checking my speaker. Sometimes my speaker goes out. Okay, I need to erase now. Just some erasing, and then we'll see how it looks. I want to use a brush on this hair because it's not that good. Okay, let's do this. Let's erase this here. Does that work? Yeah, that works. I think that works actually pretty good. This little like the little stuff like that for grass. That works. Yeah. I think this works out very good. It's exciting watching me erase. Wow. I'm watching this 40-year-old erase. It's wonderful. Good. I'm not 40, but you know what I mean. Okay. Let's see here. How's that work? Okay. Okay, let's use the brush. I'm just gonna make that all black. I think that'll work best. Yeah, so we're just kind of cleaning this up a bit because it is. I still don't like this. I still gotta clean this out. This is just like it's bugging me all out. Okay. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna have to use a kind of a pretty wrap or something for this down here. So that's what I'll do. For this guy here. We're getting close, everybody. We're getting close. I'm making some chips here. I'm eating a little bit. I'm having some chips. Taking a little bit of a break for a moment. A little like moment, so you can please don't be offended. If you are offended, that's okay. Okay, that's it. No more. Okay, I'm done with that. I'm going to. Okay. Actually, where's my phone? Oh, she's gonna find out, Biscuit. And I hope he kills you. I hope he kills you. Okay. I don't know what I'm gonna do when that thing comes out of power. Might switch to something else, I guess. I don't know. But I don't know. I could stop recording, but I don't feel like it. I feel like just keep going. Just keep recording. Okay. Let's do this. Let's just go ahead and keep using the refrigerator app. I kind of like it. I'm gonna learn the truth. Then I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same thing to this. Excuse me, another one. Ah, shoot. Ah. Ah, biscuit. Darn it. I got a big old blob of ink there, like a big dummy. I think we're What the heck? Okay, that's, I need to use eraser. This one done? This is done. Yeah, we finished this one. So what's next? Oh yeah, this one. So let's go back to this. And let's do this. Let's use a brush on this, I think. I kind of want to work on this face. Maybe I'll just. Actually, maybe I'll just do it right now. Let me redraw this a little bit because I need to redraw this a little bit. So this is where I do some drawing. Okay. I'm gonna just erase this up in here. I'm just letting that dry before I erase it. Okay, I'm gonna figure this out. Okay. Got some new people coming in. Thank you for joining me. Well, thank you for joining me. Oh, goodness. Okay. Oh, dude. I've been doing this, what am I, almost 3 hours? I feel like I haven't really got that much progress. It just goes to show this stuff takes a long time. And the eye position is a little goofy. Do something like that. Actually, I think we're gonna do the big brush. I think, I don't know. Okay, you ready to go? Okay, that actually worked out pretty good. Okay. Okay, what else? Okay, actually, I want to do a little bit of this thing here on these guys. Let me this down a little bit. I shouldn't have done that. trying to think of what I should. Trying to think, should I use the? No, I think I'm gonna use my G pen for this. Okay, we're gonna do this. Could be a little loose, a little. Okay. Yeah, hold on. Thank you for joining me. I see someone there that's just joined the video. We're jamming. We're past 3 hours. We're like going hard. I have no idea what this is. I gotta redraw this. I have no idea what the hell this is. Um, I gotta fix that. So why don't I do some other stuff while I wait? Actually, I don't need that. No, we'll just do this. Okay. I have to figure this out here because this is not quite right. This is where I get to that. Take forever. I feel like it's gonna take forever. Sometimes. I mean, I spent all night. I got some done. Some stuff done. It's like I'm gonna 10, 15 pages. This is a lot. It is so long. Okay, let's do it. Reaching my here. There we go. I should have did this because I got kinds of crazy shit going on. Just gonna do these little borders. I should have did these in the beginning, but I didn't. That's my fault. There we go. Okay. There we go. That works. Okay, we're getting close to being finished. His eye looks jacked up. I need to fix that eye. I'll have to do it later because it's like way big. So I need to fix that. And I need to do a couple things here, but just look real quick. Well, I just like this way. Hey, how's it going? Somebody just joined us. Welcome. I am painting, or rather, inking. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm erasing right now. Oh, I'm starting to lose it. It's about a little after midnight. I should go to bed soon. But I drink a Monster energy drink, which kind of like gets me a little wound up. So I'm gonna be hating life. And he left. So. You gotta love it. You gotta love that. Oh, goodness. Okay, I think I've got to stop this now. I'm not done. I'm going to still work on this a little bit, but I think this is where we are with the videos. So, what did we do? Let's do a recap. We finished we finished this page, which that's okay. And we finished this page, and then we worked on this page, and we're almost done. I just need to do this little bit right there, and that'll be done. And guess what? I still have like 10 pages here to do, and I've got like tons. It's just like a whole crap ton of freaking comics. So I'm going to be inking for at least 2-3 weeks, maybe. It's going to be a while. That's okay, because I actually like inking. I don't mind it at all. It's kind of fun. So I'll be doing that. So thanks so much for watching my videos. I appreciate you guys. Check out all my other videos where I'm talking about comics and all that kind of stuff. And if you really feel inspired, go to my Patreon. Check out my Patreon. Okay, thanks, guys. Take care, and good night, good morning. Peace out.